Today, we're going to talk about something really powerful, a direct path to turn what you know into actual influence and, yeah, income. We're looking at how you can get paid for your expertise by getting on stage and really shifting from just being an expert to becoming a true authority.
So, let me just ask you this, straight up. Do you ever feel like you're the best kept secret in your industry? You've got all this knowledge, all this experience, but getting that recognition, reaching a bigger audience, it just feels like this constant uphill battle. And you know what? You're right to feel that way. All the value you've built up, those unique insights you have, they shouldn't be locked away in your office or just shared with a small team. Your expertise, it really does deserve a bigger stage where it can have a real impact.
This gets us to this really common problem, what you might call the unheard expert's dilemma. It's that huge, frustrating gap between having all the substance but not having the strategy to actually get it out into the world.
But what if that could all change? What if there was a clear, proven path that could take you from being that hidden expert to becoming a recognized, sought-after influencer in your field?
And that's exactly what we're talking about here. This isn't just about, doing a little speaking here and there. No, it's about seeing speaking as a strategic pathway to building real, lasting influence.
And the speaker's pathway, it's not some vague concept. It's a real process. It's about having a set of proven strategies to actively find the right opportunities, strategically lock them down, and then, of course, absolutely crush it when you get on that stage.
So why even bother with this path, right? What's the real payoff? Let's dig into the actual value you get from becoming a paid speaker. This is the why that's going to fuel the how.
It really all boils down to three huge benefits. First, the personal and professional growth is just off the charts. Seriously, nothing sharpens your own thinking like having to prepare to teach it to other people. Second, it elevates your brand like nothing else can. You stop being just another person in the room and you become the authority. And finally, it gives you tangible influence, the ability to actually shape the conversations happening in your industry.
And this quote just nails it. Right now, your expertise might feel like something you just have. It's a possession. But through speaking, it becomes something you do. It's transformed from this static thing into an active, dynamic force for influence that can open some pretty incredible doors.
Okay, so let's say you're sold on the why. But what does this actually look like? Where are these stages? Let's start mapping out the whole landscape of speaking opportunities.
Broadly speaking, the opportunities fall into two main buckets. You've got your online stages, things like webinars and podcasts, which give you insane reach to a global audience right from your own desk. And then you have the offline, in-person events. That's all about creating those really high-impact, face-to-face connections that can be so powerful.
And within those buckets, you can play different roles. A keynote, that's about inspiring a big crowd and setting the whole vibe for an event. A workshop is way more intimate. It's focused on deep, hands-on training. And then a panel discussion is perfect for showcasing your unique viewpoint alongside other smart people.
The big takeaway here is that the landscape is incredibly diverse. It is not just about giving some huge keynote speech. There are so many different kinds of stages out there. Workshops, panels, webinars, even podcasts. There's for sure an opportunity that fits your style and your comfort level. The key is just knowing that all these options exist.
So, after seeing this whole pathway laid out, the really big question is, what do you do now? How do you take that very first step?
Well, your journey forward really just comes down to these three simple steps we've covered. First, and this is crucial, you have to truly acknowledge the value of the expertise you already have. Second, get a real understanding of the landscape of opportunities out there. And third, just make a choice. Choose which stage you want to step onto first.
Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to this. There are people out there right now who need to hear what you know. Your audience, they're waiting. So the only real question left is, what are you going to say?